Palace officials and their bosses decided yesterday to recruit more staff from black and ethnic minorities in an attempt to counter claims made by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They are approaching a target of 10% in 2022 after admitting earlier this year that only 8.5% of royal household staff were from ethnic minority backgrounds. But there is little desire to tackle head-on allegations of racism made by Harry, 36, and Meghan, 40, in a March interview with Oprah Winfrey, the Daily Express understands. The family are also reluctant to give oxygen to the authors of an updated version of Finding Freedom, a biography of the Sussexes, who claimed that the couple considered naming a person inside the firm who, they suggested, voiced concerns about how dark their son Archie's skin might be. Additionally, authors Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand suggested palace officials were quietly pleased that Meghan could not attend Prince Philip's funeral. A Buckingham Palace spokeswoman said, "We didn't comment when the book came out and we're not going to change that now." While their lawyers have described the book as unauthorized, Harry and Meghan's office did not respond when asked why they had not threatened legal action against Scobie and Durand. The Sussexes have pursued action against journalists and publications. Comment by Dickie Arbiter: "It is time for Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand to shut up. They have had their 15 minutes of fame, airing the constant complaints of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, as seen through the eyes of their friends. But this is all starting to wear a bit thin now." Finding Freedom, their account of the travails of Harry and Meghan, turned into a bestseller. It did so even though the Sussexes, whose friends and advisors are said to have worked with the authors, tried to distance themselves from it. Now the authors are trying to eke out a bit more cash with an updated version carrying a new epilogue summarising the last year in the most sympathetic way possible towards Harry and Meghan. Mr. Scobie is keen on criticising the British press. He takes the moral high ground, but he is not averse to using British newspaper stories to pad out the book, albeit by slanting each story in favour of Harry and Meghan. Each time Mr. Scobie appears on TV, it adds to the feeling that what he says matters. "I can understand why Buckingham Palace and the other royal households have taken the decision not to respond publicly to the allegations made in the book, because that would only add credibility to the author's claims. Many people would be happier to hear less about the Sussexes. I'm sure they would like to hear less about Mr. Scobie, an ex-Celebrity magazine journalist, and Ms. Durand, a US TV producer.